Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I made a video yesterday about three Dutch military members of a commando unit that came to the United States in Indianapolis, and they came here for training, and it's ironic because they came for training in urban fighting, commando urban training, and they got shot in Indianapolis, in urban Indianapolis, by a person who we don't know anything about. And unfortunately, one of them lost his life out of the three. So let me read you this article. So they came actually in a war zone in Indianapolis. So it's unfortunate that the first mission was, I don't know if it was the first mission, but nevertheless, they got how would you call it? One of them killed, the other two injured. So this article comes from the Insider, and it's from August 29, 2022. A Dutch commando who traveled to the US for urban combat training has died after being shot outside a hotel in Indianapolis. So he was shot over the weekend. One of the commandos who was off duty at the time of the incident died on Sunday night. The Dutch Defense Ministry said the other two men are conscious and able to speak. A Dutch commando who was training in the US has died after he was shot outside a hotel in Indianapolis, the Netherlands Defense Ministry said on Monday. In a statement, the Defense Ministry said the soldier died Sunday night at a local hospital after the shooting early Saturday morning left him in critical condition. His family and colleagues were at his side, the ministry said. The commando and the two of his colleagues were shot and wounded around 3:30 a.m. local time. What's going on here? All right. So 3:30 a.m. local time on Saturday morning outside the Hampton Inn in Indianapolis. All three soldiers, who were members of the Netherlands Commando Corps and traveled to the US for military training, were off duty when the shooting occurred. The other two men who were wounded are conscious and able to speak, the Defense Ministry said on Monday. Local police said that they believe some sort of altercation between the three commandos, whose identities have not been released, and the shooter, one shooter, led to the incident, and no arrests have been made, the Associated Press reported on Monday. That means that that person who shot them flew away, ran away in hiding, because you arrest any suspect who used a weapon in self-defense or in any kind of attack or shooting. Let's say, as I said in the other video, if some guy comes into my house and tries to cause harm and so on, and I use my handgun, and that person is going to be a casualty here. When the police comes, they're going to definitely arrest me for so they talk to me and so on, which I will not talk to them obviously, but it's just that's the way it works. It's a basic procedure. So it says that the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department could not immediately be reached by Insider for comment on the investigation. The Dutch commandos were training at the Muscatatuk Urban Training Center, which is south of Indianapolis, the Indiana National Guard told WISH. Wow. So I'm sorry for the guy. He didn't know he would come into a war zone here in the United States of America, where things like this might happen. Now, we don't know what happened. Now we can say these are the victims because they were wounded. But I don't know if the altercation was caused by these guys and the guy defended himself. I don't know that. I'm not trying to defend that guy or turn it here. But when you are looking at any situation, you look at from different angles. You start with alternate hypothesis when you are investigating. So here could be, all right, let's see what happened. They got an altercation. How? Who started it? Now, if the three guys, okay, was alcohol involved, were drugs involved, were women involved, all of the above. Who started it? Who had the women? Who had the drugs? Who had the alcohol? Maybe none of this. Something happened. Someone said something. Who's that? All right, and then who escalated it? Who got violent? Who got physical? Then the guy defended himself, or he was the attacker. He was the guy who initiated. It's a lot of questions that you have to look into when you analyze. You can't just say, oh, well, the bad thing is some young man, or I don't know if it's a young man or whatever that person was, I'm assuming it's a man, lost his life. That's the bad thing. Now, if I don't know in what kind of circumstances, this is what we know. These three guys, commandos, one shooter used his weapon, and these guys were shot. All three of them were shot. So it was not like a boom and run away. It was bam, bam, bam. And I don't know how many shots that person might have, released. Let's put it this way. So the thing is, it's good that the other two are okay, and I'm waiting. And I said it before in the other movie. Oh my God! In the other video, that usually the mass media, when they don't tell you, they don't provide you with a mugshot, don't provide you with identification, little phenotypical identification marks, or particularities of the suspect. That usually tells you is part of a certain kind of group. It's not me saying that, just look around. And when the assailant or whatever, the guy who used the suspect is of other kind of group, you kind of know. They tell you the name, his height, when he went to school, his race, his the size, and all that. They will tell you all that. In this case, they don't know. Do you think they don't know? They know, because those guys are speaking. Those guys are able to talk. So if they're able to talk, don't you think these guys came with, okay, so how did the suspect look like? He was like beep, or beep, 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 beep. Oh, okay. We can release this one to the public. All right, so it's just an observation, and nobody can take that from me. And it's an observation of about 50-1. So I think I'm kind of like 99% certain how things are working in this case. And that's the way it is. But I don't care if it's this or it's that, fat, ugly, beautiful, long hair, no hair, and so on. I don't care. The thing should be investigated in an objective way, without interference from any groups or any people who might try to avoid accountability for the shooter. But if the shooter did that in self-defense, the whole thing changes. I don't know if these guys were armed. Probably no, or they couldn't have been armed, I'm guessing. Being foreigners on this territory, military, I don't think they had any weapons. At least I don't think they were. But who knows? I don't know what the status for that kind of thing, what the requirements are, policies and all that. But it's good that two of them are okay. One is dead, the other one is on a run. I will keep you posted. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.